Getting all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers franchise here on Madden 25. In the last episode, we had ourselves another doubleheader, as we usually do in these episodes, and we came away 2-0 in that video to make ourselves 3-1 on the year. Baker's been playing good enough. Mike Evans has been playing amazingly. The one question we have on this team really right now is the running back position. Rachaad White has been not himself, to say the least. He had the horrible injury at the end of last season, where he missed most of last season. He probably missed, I'd say, 10 games, probably, maybe a little less than that, including the playoff run. So he missed a big majority of the season, and he comes back this year, all healthy again, and in the first 4 games of the year, he's got 3 fumbles. And he just hasn't had that same burst. He hasn't really felt the same in general. And I don't know what the solution is to that. We've had Bucky Irving, who had that playoff run, and he had the run through the regular season when Rachaad White went down with the injuries. So Rachaad White and Bucky Irving have kind of been like going back and forth this season. I don't really know what to do with him at this point. We're going to keep playing him, and we're going to keep seeing how he does, but he's on a very thin leash, I will say, because I can't have fumbles in important games, and every game in the NFL is important. So we're on a doubleheader today. We have the Green Bay Packers at home, and then we have another game against the Saints. The Saints were a game that we played in the second game of the doubleheader last episode, so now we play them again at the end of the doubleheader this episode, so we get that division matchup out of the way. Also, in the last episode, we paid Mike Evans a new contract, a contract extension. We pretty much locked him up for the rest of his career, so that's nice. That's comforting to know that we'll have the best wide receiver in Tampa Bay Buccaneer history, maybe even the best player in Tampa Bay Buccaneer history on the team for the rest of his time. So that's very comforting to know. Marvin Harrison's been very good, and the defense has been a little up and down, but that's just how it always is. So we'll see how we can go. If you guys go and enjoy the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's go see how this doubleheader goes around. Game 1 will be against the Green Bay Packers. It is the Week 5 of the NFL season. This is what the team looks like at this point. You guys know the drill. You know who's on the team. You know who's been playing well. You know who hasn't been playing as well. I've been impressed with our rookie guard, Barner. He's been pretty solid through the first few games of the season. I mean, he hasn't really... The good thing about an offensive lineman is you know they're playing well when you don't mention them that much. Like, when you're mentioning an offensive lineman a lot, that means either they're holding a lot or getting a lot of penalties or allowing a lot of sacks. And I haven't really mentioned Barner that much. I feel like he's been playing pretty good. The rest of the receivers have been amazing. Baker's been doing good enough. And then on defense, we've been pretty okay. We still are waiting on a Trayvon Walker renaissance, I guess. I want him, and I know he can be a elite pass rusher in this league. He just doesn't do it consistently enough. Kalijah Cansey's been pretty good, and he's had his moments throughout this series so far. We've called his name a couple of different times in an episode or two. He's been very good. Vita Vea's healthy. He's ready to go. Braswell, we started him last episode. He didn't really make too much of an impact, but I mean, it's still pretty early as a starter. We'll see how he goes along. We've got Aldridge, who I want to get a little bit more playtime. I don't know if he will, because obviously I want Tryon Shoyinka and I want Walker to be the edge rushers, or the rush ends, I guess. So I don't really want him to be a sub linebacker. I feel like Levante David at sub linebacker is pretty fine, and plus I don't think he'd be that good of a sub linebacker anyway. Maybe he would be. I don't know. He seems like he's more of an off the ball type of guy. I don't know. We'll have to see if he gets more play time during the season. Isian's been very good this year. Bryce Hall's been very good this year. Lance Fisher, the first round pick, has been pretty good this year, so I'm happy about all of our DBs so far. And the team in general is pretty darn good. So, and I just want to mention that I have a little bit of a cough, a little bit of in congestion in the old chest area. So if you hear me like doing that coughing and stuff, or trying to hold down a cough, that's why. So in the last episode, we paid Mike Evans his contract extension. Rachaad White has a contract extension that he needs to get signed, or that he wants to get signed. We have $22 million, and I don't know how we spend it. Do we spend it all on Rachaad White and then try to piece together a few extra deals? Or do we just spread all that wealth across everybody? We could always franchise tag Rachaad White if we need to. So there's a couple different ways to go. Haven't fully decided yet, but it is time to play the Green Bay Packers. And I think I might want to rock the new unis or something like that. Rock a different uni. Maybe we break out the creamsicles. We haven't worn those at all this year. Yeah, let's rock the creamsicles, the old school jerseys against the Green Bay Packers. At least we're at home. But this Packer team is going to be pretty good. I think we can get the win. We got to go out there and find out, though. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Big game against the Green Bay Packers. Can we take them down? We will find out. Christian Watson back to return. He's going nowhere. 24-yard line. Jordan Love and the offense coming onto the field. How has he been doing to start the year? We've only 4 games in. How's he been doing? Ooh, almost 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's had a very, very good start to the year. We'll see if we can not allow any more touchdowns for him this game. I'd really like a couple interceptions or something. They're going to hand it off to Josh Jacobs, one of the better running backs in the league. And he had 16 carries, 89 yards. Okay, last week. I'm not sure if they won their game or not, but he didn't put up 100 yards, which is kind of interesting. Usually you would think that Josh Jacobs would put up 100 yards every single game. Trayvon Walker, I talked about him in the opening. I need Trayvon Walker to be an elite edge rusher. I feel like he can do it. He just needs to prove it consistently enough. He's shown flashes of being an elite edge rusher. I just need him to do it on a more consistent basis. But it seems like the Packers are going to get this ball out pretty quickly, and they're not going to be very indecisive when it comes to their play calling. They're getting the ball to Jordan Love, or they're getting the ball to Josh Jacobs very quickly, and then Jordan Love's getting the ball out of his hand fairly quickly as well when he's throwing his passes. He's only thrown a couple, or at least one. We stopped that one. It's 3rd and 7. I'd love a 4th down play here and a punt. That's the ideal situation. Let's see how the defense shows up. Jordan Love in the pocket, fires it, and he's got open man. It's the tight end, and Love will get a 1st down conversion. That's annoying. We had guys covering. They just weren't close enough to stop it there. And they will go right back to Josh Jacobs. So they use the passing game to get the conversion, and then they go right back to the run game. Seems like this is what their offensive strategy is going to look like for this at least first half. Let's see what Braswell can do here. Braswell, he rolled to the opposite side. He tried to spin off the tackle, but he spun the wrong way. And now it's a 3rd and 1. It can be a run. I was going to say this can't be a run, but it can be a run. It's going to be a pass, though. Love, and he just goes a little check down. We're just not playing good up here. You gotta watch what we're doing, play a little tighter. Defensive play calling's got to be better. But the Packers are being very methodical, and they are doing a very good job on this first drive. Walker will get pushed down. They'll go underneath to Reed. He'll get brought down by Levante David, who already has 3 tackles in this first quarter. And they are speaking of the first quarter, they are using almost all the first quarter clock, which is something that I usually do. Vita Vea, no! He spun off the tackle. Vita Vea ruined Josh Jacobs' career right there, but Jacobs just rolls right off of it, spins off the tackle from Vea, and gets the 1st down. I mean, that's just you can't do anything about that. Josh Jacobs is just a unreal talent, and Jordan Love. I mean, they love whoever 88 is. Is that Tucker Kraft? I don't know who that is. Whoever it may be, he is just going to the flat every single time, and Jordan Love is hitting him wide open. And then they go right back to the run games. And he got great blocking. He stiff arms me out of my soul. And the Green Bay Packers are on the board in almost unbelievably easy first drive. You couldn't have asked. The only way that it would have been easier is if we actually didn't go on defense, like we didn't show up on the field, and they just had nobody to go against. That's how easy their drive was. So we've got some competition here. We will see how the Buccaneer offense responds. Baker's had a good season. Again, we haven't asked him to do too much. We have asked him to do a little bit more than usual in a few different games because the lack of confidence in the run game with Rachaad White. But it's a good thing that he has Mike Evans to throw to because Mike Evans has been goated with his catches. He's a new $100 million man, whatever. I don't even remember what we paid him. We paid him a lot of money, I know that. Baker handing to Rachaad White, and they bring Rashawn Gary down and stop that first down conversion, or possible first down conversion. Can we get this off? No, we can't. End of the first quarter. Packers look very dominant. This feels like a game that's going to go very, very poorly for us, judging by the first couple of plays here. But we'll play it out. We'll see how it goes. 3rd and 3. We're going to check that down to J-Mac. Jalen McMillan, just sit down. I probably could have turned up the field and got a couple extra yards. Just want to guarantee the first down right there. I feel like that's the obvious choice. 1st and 10, handoff to White, and it looks like this could be a non-running game. Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary, whoever else they want, I mean, they are just obliterating our offensive line. I've ran the ball, twice, and they've blown it up each time, so this could be a tough team to run on. So we're going to have to rely on the passing game, which isn't my favorite thing to do with Baker, but Baker he's got control of the offense. And if we can't get the ball in Rachaad White's hands through the run game, then we'll have to do it through the passing game. Although I like this. I mean, they are pressed up. I know it's Jay Alexander, but they are pressed up on Marvin Harrison. I'm going to get this out of the backfield with White, and he's going to get the first down. Somehow Jair was able to make the play on Rachaad White, even though he was covering Marvin Harrison. I find that kind of odd, but we convert on the third down there. And I'm going to go underneath. It's Cade Otton. Oh, and that ball's out. Luckily, we pick it up. Tristan Wirfs dives on it. I mean, Cade Otton lowered the shoulder. He broke one tackle by running over a dude, but then he got popped himself, and that ball came out. Tristan Wirfs pounces on it to keep possession for the Bucs, but another fumble. We got to work on holding onto the football in practice or something because Rachaad White and now Cade Otton, a little bit of fumble-rooski going on here in the early portion for the defending NFC champs. That's a bad ball from Baker, but it's good enough for McMillan to catch. Wish it would have been a little bit of a better ball, but it's okay. Didn't cause any problems or anything. And Mike Evans is one-on-one. I wonder if that safety follows over. And it looks like he might, but it might not matter. And he does able to get a hand on it. Xavier McKinney makes the play. I'm not quite sure how he made the play on that. That ball, I feel like I drifted it enough to where he wouldn't have been able to make a play, but he did. And Rachaad White just doesn't have the burst. I mean, that felt super slow on that. Get that out. And he runs into Cade Otton, and it's a incomplete pass. I mean, Mike Evans was wide open, but he ran into Cade Otton. And I'm not going to kick a field goal. We saw how dominant the Packer offense was. I don't feel like kicking a field goal is the right idea. Marvin Harrison drops the pass, and it's a turnover on downs. I still believe that kicking the field goal is not the right idea, but I probably need to call a better play. Is maybe more of the issue. Okay, well, we just know that our defense needs to play a little bit better, that's all. As long as we don't get shredded, then we should be good to go. That's right underneath. You gotta be on that a little bit better, KJ. I mean, I know you're right there, but you gotta put a hand in there, knock that out. Can't allow him just to sit down on you like that. Jordan Love's gonna roll and he gets sacked. It's Kalijah Cansey, who I talked about in the intro. Kalijah Cansey. He's probably had a more productive pass rushing time than Trayvon Walker since Trayvon Walker got brought in. And a huge 2nd and 17. Walker falls down again, or doesn't get he gets pushed down again. 3rd and 8. Timeout called by the Packers. 36 seconds. We get the ball at the half. But we've only had the one possession. This game has flown by. Jordan Love in the pocket. He's got plenty of time. He'll roll, and he'll try to scramble for it. Shoyinka will not be able to bring him down. Jordan Love just fast enough to be able to outrun Tryon Shoyinka to get the first down. I mean, how do you not bring him down? I didn't think I had to dive. I thought I would just be able to catch up to him, but I could not. And he will go down the field. Christian Watson, touchdown Packers. I mean, we had 2 guys right there, and Watson just blew by both of them, and Love delivers an absolute bullet for a touchdown. And the Tampa Bay defense is getting absolutely embarrassed by the Green Bay Packers here. Wow. This is not how I thought this game would go. I mean, I knew the Packers were pretty good, but I certainly did not think we would be getting just absolutely dog-walked by this Green Bay Packer team in the first half here. We got to change it up in the second half. Maybe now I should have kicked the field goal, but at that point, I mean, it's 14-3. Does that really do anything for you? 14-3 really doesn't do anything for me. We have 17 seconds, and we have one of the best jump ball receivers in NFL history on our team, Mike Evans. Okay, that wasn't that great of a ball from Baker, I will say. We just need somebody to win. That one might be the win that we needed. Did he catch it? No, he didn't. Jalen McMillan could not bring it in. I thought maybe he brought it in for a second. That would have been pretty crazy if he did. It doesn't seem like we're going to be able to do anything at the half. And they're going to bring pressure immediately. I mean, there's nothing here, is there? What's the flag? Harrison caught it. What's the penalty? Wow, an eligible receiver downfield. Graham Barton got up the field before I threw the ball. I didn't realize that, and we will go to the half down 14-0. And we have not looked good on defense whatsoever. Our offense has been fine enough. Not coming away with the touchdown on the first drive is annoying, obviously. But our offense has looked fine enough. We just need to play so much better on defense. I mean, we've been getting absolutely torched every single time, and it's kind of embarrassing. Kind of embarrassing. We can't be having that type of performances. That's a strip sack, and that's a Packer fumble recovery. First play of the half, Packers sack, strip Baker, recover the fumble. Yeah, I don't like this. We'll see how we recover after the unfortunate Baker Mayfield strip sack fumble. There wasn't really much I could do about it. He got there so quickly, I couldn't even react. I did my drop back, and all of a sudden, he's right there. He strips it, and they recover. So this is one of those classic Madden games, and there's not much you can do about it. Jordan Love just decided to be the greatest player of all time, and the Packers decided to be the greatest team of all time. And they will absolutely embarrass us on our home field because we just can't play defense, and it's 21-0. It is 21-0 at home against the Packers. This Packer team is not better than us, and yet they are absolutely outclassing us on every side of the ball. I mean, at this point, we might as well just turn shoe clock on and get the heck out of here because I don't want to be here any longer than we have to be. I mean, we just wash our hands of this game and we move on to next week. That's really all we can do about this. So take our bump and let's just get out of here. Let's just win this. Let's just simulate out of this, and hopefully don't suffer any injuries. Get out of here as quick as possible, because this has just hasn't gone our way. It wasn't our week. It wasn't our week. That's all you can say about it. Packers might not be the better team overall. They were the better team today. That is for sure. And speaking of no injuries, we get an injury to the offensive line. I don't know who. I didn't see who it was. It might have been the rookie, actually. I couldn't see exactly who it was, but I think it might have been the rookie. And of course, we cannot run the ball. I mean, it's just our offensive line's getting absolutely... No, it was Kendrick Green who picked up the injury. We cannot run the football against this Green Bay defensive line, apparently, even though they have, like, 3 down linemen. I mean, we're not blocking anybody. Rachaad White had to do it himself on that one. He would have got stopped 2 or 3 yards short if he didn't lower the shoulder and break that tackle. Not quite sure why we can't run the football, but seems to be a little bit of a struggle for us today. Alec Pierce will get the football. He'll get it down to the 45. Maybe we do a little bit of a handoff here, possibly. I mean, we're running right at Kenny Clark, which is not a good idea, but we're going to see what happens. I mean, he just bulldozed the rookie. He put him on his back like a turtle that got flipped over. That was kind of crazy. The rookie don't stand a chance against a guy like Kenny Clark. I might have to scramble. I couldn't scramble. I was going to scramble, then I realized that he was going to get off the block so quickly that I wasn't going to have time to scramble. Then I just threw it, and I didn't have a choice. A 4th and 1 situation. We're going to get the first down, thankfully, by Rachaad White. We had good blocking there, which is a surprise, but at least we actually had some decent blocking on that one. From the 36... across the middle, it's Jalen McMillan. Good catch. The ball just doesn't get out of the hand of Baker as hard as I need it to be. Like, I need these balls, boom, 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 boom. I need these balls thrown like missiles. But when Baker's throwing them, they just don't come out as hard as they need to be. To the sideline, knocked incomplete. Jackson with the deflection. 16 seconds to go in the third quarter. We might as well just run this ball, get to the 4th. There we go. Rachaad, he gets up to the 11. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Yeah, this is exactly by design. We're not trying to score points here. Well, we are trying to score points, but we're not trying to win this game anymore. We realize it's over. So we're kind of, quote-unquote, conceding defeat. There's no need to try to come back in this game. We are clearly outmatched in this one. So let's get to next week. Hopefully have a better opportunity there. Big catch from Marv, but he can't get the first down, unfortunately. How much luck are we going to have on 4th down this time? I feel like it's not. I feel like our luck's going to run out. We've gotten a few of these 3rd and 4th down conversions on the ground. We are going to get another one. Wow. Okay. I thought we were going to get shut down that time. We get another conversion on 4th down. Can we actually get in, though? Is it possible? There's a snap. No, not on that one. Shut down pretty easily. I mean, having to go against Kenny Clark is pretty tough. Snap. Sideline. Marv! He's not in, and he didn't even get down. I could have sworn he had 2 feet in. They call that incomplete. I could have sworn he got 2 feet down. Whatever. I thought we were going to be debating whether or not he had the touchdown, but he didn't even catch the ball. He doesn't catch that one either. That one probably was more of a force to Marv than anything. Probably didn't need to throw that to him. And now it's 4th and goal with no chance of a first down. So we either get the touchdown or we turn it back over to the Green Bay Packers, and we will turn it back over. Baker fumbles it again, and the Packers will get the ball. Yeah, this just isn't our game. It's just not our game. I should not have called that play. The curl flats never really work, especially with no chance of a first down. So then I panicked, and I didn't know where to throw the football. And then the Green Bay defensive line got to me about as quick as you could ever get. So, and Baker's been struggling. That's 2 fumbles lost by this Tampa offense. We've lost both of the forced fumbles. It's just not our week. We come back next week. We hopefully have a better game against the Saints. And we just we put this one in the rearview mirror. That's all you can say about it. This was just a little bit of a rough one. A little bit of a rough one. Josh Jacobs, handoff, and you know what? I don't even need to be. We can just get out of this. We can just get out of this a little bit here. We don't need to really be in this anymore. Because what's going to happen? There's nothing else going to happen. They put up another touchdown. Congratulations. Packers score another touchdown. We're running. We're moving the football. And that is the game. 28-0. We get shut out at home by the Green Bay Packers. They were not the better team than us, or at least you didn't think they were the better team than us, but when we got on the field, they killed us. That is for sure. Big upgrade for the rookie. Okay. That's an ugly one. That is an ugly one. To not even put up any points is a little bit frustrating. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. Now we take on the Saints. We take on the Saints in this next game of the doubleheader, and hopefully we can at least put up some points against the Saints. That's the goal at least. And we will see what we can do. We will come out another home game. Feels like we've been home a long time, a lot of the time. I know we had the away game against the Saints last episode, but it just feels like most of these games this season have been at home. But it's another big one against the Saints. It's a division matchup. We beat them last episode. Let's hopefully have a better performance today than we did against the Packers, because that was just disgusting. Another home game for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, coming off of an ugly, ugly game against the Packers. We'll see what we can do against the Saints. We beat them last episode. We'll see if we can do anything of note against them today. Let's see what we can do. See if we can run the football, because Packers, we cannot run the football very consistently against them. We'll see if we can do it against the Saints here. We'll see if Rashad White's got anything. And we need to preach holding on to the football. That's basically what we need to do in today's episode, because we had 2 forced fumbles. Well, 3. We picked up 1 because Kate Otten had that fumble earlier in the game, but Tristan Wirfs dived on it. Dived on it? Yeah, dived on it. So we picked that one back up, but Baker lost 2 of his, or both of his, I guess. There's a little bit of a bump up. McMillan's able to get the catch anyway. Big time catch, J-Mac. I like J-Mac a lot. He's a good player. He's a good second-year player. Especially we have a lot of really good wide receivers in this team. Rashad White, nice carry. Okay, 3 carries, 14 yards. It's already better than what we did against the Packers. Running towards Chase Young's probably not the smartest decision, but we're going to find out here. He's able to get the first down. I had to pinch it back inside. They're playing pretty soft on Mike Evans, but he'll close up as soon as I throw it, so... I got to roll out of this pocket, then fire it back. Mike Evans plays better defensive back than he did wide receiver on that one. Kind of keep it out of the hands of the actual DB. I probably shouldn't even have thrown that in the first place, so I can't blame Mike too much on that. Rashad White breaks off a tackle, lowers the shoulder on Tyrann Mathieu. Gets a nice first down. Okay, the run game seems to actually be here today, which makes me happy. I like the fact that the run game is actually showing up. Handoff. And I probably should have kept going outside there. Cutting it back inside was probably not the right idea. But we're doing a really good job of wasting the entire first quarter on this drive, just like the Packers did to us. Mike Evans holds on to the football. Good catch. Probably shouldn't have thrown that. Go back to the run game. Rashad White cuts it up. Lowers the shoulder. Demario Davis is pretty much everywhere on these tackles. It feels like he's always the guy that brings me down. And this play should be the final play of the first quarter. Look at that. We already took the entire first quarter away by design. And we can't get in. One thing we have struggled with this season, I have noticed, is our goal line offense. We have not been very consistent. We have not been very efficient in our goal line offense. That is for sure. So we will have Bucky Irving take that one. He'll get down to the 2. That'll end the first quarter. Very quick first quarter. And we'll see what we can do from the 2 to start the second quarter. They're going to line up on the defensive line to stop the run, as you would. We hand it to Bucky Irving, and he powers his way in, and we finally get on the board for the first time in today's video after getting shut out. And, ooh, Rachaad White had a hip bursitis. I didn't even notice that. So he picks up an injury. Luckily, it's not anything serious where he's going to miss the entire rest of the game, but that is a little bit concerning, the fact that he picks up that injury. But that's a big W. Love to see it. And we will see how we handle ourselves on defense for the first time. We have not been on defense since the Packer game. We come up against the rookie quarterback. We'll see what we can do. He didn't really pose much of a threat last episode when we played him. We will see. Hand out to the running back, and he will get a good gain right there. Second down and 3. Let's be try on Shoinka here. See what we can do. I'm pretty sure he hit the running back with his face or with his arm when he was doing his motions. That's a caught ball. Chris Olave caught that. I thought I picked it off for a second. I couldn't even really see where that went. But yeah, Chris Olave catches that pass. First down conversion for the Saints. See if we can get to the quarterback here. Vita Vea can't do it, but we stop him there. 2nd and 3. The defense has not been efficient enough. It'll be a toss to the running back, and he get the outside. He can enough because he gets the first down. He doesn't get much after the first down, but he gets the first down, which is all he needed. Get to him. Good stop. 2nd down and 9. 2nd down and 9. From the 41, we need a big play. It's as simple as that. We need a big play. And that's not going to be it. I meant for us, not a big play for them. That's a huge play for Chris Olave. I wanted a big play for our defense, not a big play against our defense. This quarterback might be a little bit more seasoned a couple games later, and that'll be a walk-in touchdown for the Saints. So it's all tied up. I'm a little bit terrified of our defense and how bad they are playing this episode. I mean, we got destroyed by the Packers, and now the Saints kind of just walk all over us on their first drive. I'm a little bit concerned. I'm a little bit concerned for the good old boys. Kind of terrifies me. Palmer's got some decent blocks. Broke a tackle. Goes down to the 39-yard line. That's a fairly good return. Rachaad White back out there. I figured he would be. Hand off to him. Decent carry. Pete Werner on the tackle. And that'll be the 2-minute warning. We're flying by in this game. But the Saints are a little bit more of a threat than they were last game. Does Marv or Mike Evans get open? Probably not. Sideline just out of his reach. It's got to be a little bit of a tighter ball from Baker. 3rd and 3. We were pretty good on converting third downs against the Packers, even though it didn't really matter too much. We convert that one, and we are coming up on the halftime break. Send Marv deep, maybe. See what we can do. He gets hands at the line. Mike Evans makes the catch. Gets the 3 yards on it. Probably shouldn't have thrown that. He wasn't really open. Under a minute. Let's wait on this. See who gets open. Down the field. It knocked incomplete. I feel like Kate Otten had a step on Tyrann Mathieu, but then he just didn't at the very last second. Whatever. 52 seconds, 3rd and 7. I'm going to toss it up to Mike Evans. Never mind. I got hit on the throw. I was going to give Mike Evans a chance there. Doesn't end up being allowed to do so. And it somehow has turned into a 4th and 7. And I get instant pressure and a sack from Pete Warner. Did he even get blocked? Did Pete Warner even get blocked there? I don't even know. No, he was unblocked completely. Rachaad White just didn't do his job. He's supposed to like do a little hitch, throw a block, throw him off, and then run his route, but completely untouched. And I get sacked on the 4th down play. This has not been our episode. This has not been our episode at all. To the flat. We get beat on the flat every single play. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Doesn't matter who the receiver is. We get beat on the flat every single play. Got to get to him. He had so much time in the pocket. Why does he have a guy wide open? I mean, we're in a cover 6. You got to have somebody watching that guy. From the 34, it's going to be a screen. We don't have anybody out there. It's going to be a touchdown most likely. No, he ran too far to the outside. He gets pushed out by Tyke Smith. And it is 1st and goal from the 3. To the end zone, intercepted Trayvon Walker. Not sure how he was even in coverage there, but Clyde Ankrum, the rookie 1st-round pick, threw it to the side, back of the end zone, and the linebacker, Trayvon Walker, just happened to be right place, right time. Was not expecting him to be the guy to pick it off. I'm glad somebody picked it off. Baker, do something with your legs, Baker. That's what I'm talking about. Call a timeout. Maybe hit a little slot to Buck. Who's running that? It's going to be McMillan. Okay. We can make something happen here. I really would like Marv to just win. He just doesn't win as consistently as I need him to. And man, Chase Young was a lot faster than I needed him to be. The fact that he was able to catch me is annoying. I know Baker's not the fastest guy in the world, but still. 9 seconds. Can I get this to the end zone? One-on-one, Marvin Harrison. High point. Come back to it, Marv. He drops it. Off the hands of Marvin Harrison Jr. I mean, I put it where it needed to be. That's all on Marv. Which is not something I say often, but that ball was perfectly executed. Just needed to be caught. And I got the ball to him. They brought pressure in. It just didn't work. Mike makes the catch. It's 7-7 at halftime. This episode in general has just been very frustrating, that's for sure. Second half action here in Tampa, Florida, as we take on the New Orleans Saints here. 7-7, not an amazing game, but we've done all right. We haven't done too crazy. We just need to keep the offense rolling like they should, and then maybe the defense will step up a little bit better. They kind of got a little crazy there at the end. The Saints did. But if we keep playing like that, then we're not going to really have a choice. The defense is just going to get shredded. That's just how it's going to be. 1st and 10, and Akram hands it. Ooh, flag. Holding call? It's got to be. What else could it be? Roughing the passer? Really? Wow. You're going to give me a roughing the passer call? I didn't think I got there that late, but maybe I did. Hold on, I got to see that again. Did I get there that late? Oh, I barely even touched him. I didn't even realize, technically, I didn't even realize I was Trayvon Walker. I thought I turned into this guy by now. But apparently I didn't until, as you can see by the switch on, until he was already making the tackle. So I didn't even realize that I dove with Trayvon Walker. And that is the weakest roughing the passer call I've ever seen. That's unbelievable. At least take him to the ground if you're gonna call that on me. I mean, come on. That's kind of crazy, but we move. It's just how it's gonna go. 2nd and 6, Saints trying to take the lead. Clyde Ankrum steps back. He finds a wide open man. It's Chris Olave, who has done very well against us today. He's had some big catches already in the first half. He makes a big catch here. They motion the tight end again. And he's wide open. We didn't even follow him. Is that Juwan Johnson? It might be. Didn't even care to follow him. I cannot have a 0 for 2 episode. That would just be embarrassing. Especially the way that we lost against the Packers. Getting blown out like that. Good tackle by Trayvon Walker. The fact that we got absolutely killed at home would just be super, super embarrassing. So I don't really want to have another loss on the resume, but I mean, Saints offense right now is kind of cooking. They are kind of dominating me. That's got to be a sack. It's not. It is not a sack, unfortunately. But it does bring up a 4th and 1 situation, so we do hold to a field goal. I guess that's fine. I guess. I mean, it's better than them scoring a touchdown, but I would have preferred them getting no points. I would love this specialty being we hold the ball the entire rest of the game and they don't get a touchdown at all. Like, they don't get to touch the ball at all. I doubt that's going to happen, but I would love that for it to be the case. Never mind, that's a pick. First play of the drive. I thought that Cade Otton was running a route that he was not running. And he just didn't pay attention, and that ball sails over his head, and the Saints are going to win this football game. All right. Well, this has not been my episode, that is for sure. That is absolutely for sure. I just don't have the mojo today. Trayvon Walker can't break off any pressure. I mean, I don't know what Christian Izzy is doing. He's running to the sideline when his guy completely stopped. I have no idea what he's doing. I guess my goal didn't come true of not having them touch the football anymore. That bounces off the running back's face. I'll take that, I guess. It's something. Come on, defense. We got to do something here. Got to do something here. We can't just be getting shredded each and every drive. It's embarrassing. It happened against the Packers, and it's happened against the Saints. That's a big sack from Tryon Shoyinka. It's a big-time sack. He got through very quickly. Ankrum rolled out to the wrong side, and he got attacked. It's a big-time play. But now we need it from Trayvon Walker. Or from anybody, really. Down the middle, you got to pick it off. You can't knock it. Levante, I know you're happy. You got to pick that off. You can't. That's an easy ball. He threw that in a double coverage. It's a deep field goal, but it's a very makeable field goal. So they don't end up taking 7 on the interception. They take 3. It's still a 1-possession game somehow. I don't know how we managed to do that. That sack from Tryon Shoyinka was huge. I'm going to need a better throw from Baker, though. I didn't necessarily know the route too well, but still got to be a better route. Or still got to be a better throw. Come on, team. We got this. Cut it up the field. I ran right into that defensive lineman. I kind of got bumped initially and then just like got sent into a vortex into that defensive lineman. Can I get this to Cade Otton? I can. And he's going to have the speed to turn up the field. Okay, Cade. I see you out here. That's pretty impressive. This will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Cade Otton doesn't usually have the after-the-catch abilities. We'll check down again to Cade Otton. Okay, we are moving the football pretty well at the end of the third quarter. All that matters is we lead the Saints at the end of the fourth quarter. That is all that matters. Can we do it here, though? I mean, they're pressing up on Mike Evans, but we know that press does not necessarily work too well in Madden. It's just they get off the block so slow. I'm going to take off with Baker. He might have a little bit of room. Slide. Hand the ball off to the running back again, maybe. I don't like running right into Chase Young, but it might have to be what we do. Never mind, we ran right into Mario Davis, not even Chase Young. 3rd down and 1. We got to get this. It has to happen. We're going to go underneath. Alec Pierce catches it, takes up the field to the 5. I'll take that. It's something. Now we're in a very favorable spot. Oh, I picked the wrong guy. Why did I pick Cole Kieft when I could have picked Mike Evans there? It just always initially seems like Evans is going to be guarded. So I look away from him, and then I just assume he's not open anymore. That's a big time drop. That was a good throw. Tight window. J-Mac couldn't bring it in. Unfortunate. It makes it 3rd and goal. I mean, they look like we can run on this. I'm going to try it. This is really risky. But it looks like we can run on it. Rachaad White turns up the field. He gets the touchdown. Okay. We've tied it and potentially take the lead with the extra point. Almost blocked. That would have been tragic if they would have blocked it. But just my luck in this game, or in this video, because we have been all kinds of bad luck today. That's a big one. We take a 1-point lead in the 4th quarter. First time we've had the lead in the entire video, right? Because we didn't have the lead at all against the Packers, obviously. Did we? I don't think we led against the Saints. Did we? I don't remember. I know it's earlier this game, but I don't remember. 4 minutes to go in the game. Defense needs to step up. We've held the 2 field goals their last 2 drives. Can we do it again? Preferably not even a field goal attempt. Preferably turnover. Not a good start, though. Oh, that's got to be picked off. And Izzian, again, just completely not playing the corner, the receiver. He went out of bounds. I mean, what are you doing? He just went out of bounds on the play. He didn't even track the ball. That's got to be picked. Turn around. Jamel Dean, I mean, he dropped it, but Jamel Dean's got to play the ball. These guys got to turn their heads around. Look at where the quarterback's throwing the football. Turn around, get some reflection, get some response time on the quarterback on the ball. Need your quick reflexes here. It's a big-time Chris Braswell sack. I've been asking for Braswell to do that since we put him at the starter last episode. Now Tryon Shawinka, huge back-to-back sacks. Absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. And Ankrum is slow to get up. Ankrum is slow to get up as Tryon Shawinka was just dancing on him. Excuse me. 4th and 29. I need to see, was there anything open here that could have cost us? I mean, if Ankrum throws this is a touchdown. That's crazy. But he wasn't looking that way at all. And then he rolls, and Shawinka goes on, and then he goes off on a crazy sell. He does the LeBron sell and everything. This might have to be a thumbnail. Just Tryon Shawinka on the fallen quarterback. That's kind of funny. That is kind of funny. 4th and 29. Big play. And it's going to be incomplete. Excuse me. I told you I got some congestion. That should be the game. Hopefully. If we do our job right, hold on to the football, they shouldn't have a chance to get back in this one. They only have 2 timeouts. They already used 1. And we can just keep the ball. That's the final timeout. They want me to run a pass play. I'm okay with that. One first down and this game's over. One first down, this game's over. Never mind to drop. 51-yard field goal. Or we go for it and try to end it right here. I think I'm in the business of ending it right here. Snap it. Put it in the hands of Mike Evans. That's it. Ball game. Baker knows. You put it in the hands of Mike Evans, he's going to get the job done. He's had a few moments in this series where he's dropped it, but for the most part, those are pretty rare. That's a big, big catch and a big victory to come back, bounce back, win this game, sweep the Saints in the series, and avoid going 0 for 2 in the episode. I would have been pretty devastated if we went 0 for 2 in the episode. Especially the way we got beat by the Packers, just absolutely systematically dismantled. It would have been pretty brutal. That's a big win. It's a little bit scary that we only win by a point against a not so great Saints team, but when we needed when we needed the defense to play well, they played well. With some big time sacks, Tryon Shawinka, Kalijah Cansey, Chris Braswell. A lot of different guys came up with some big time sacks. And we get a nice victory. Keep us ahead in the division. And we end off the episode with a W. And now, speaking of the division, we take on the Falcons in the next episode. Along with the Jaguars, who I think would be the first time we play. I don't think we played the Jaguars last year. And the Falcons are 0-6. I didn't even realize that. Eagles are 6-0. We're 4-2. Panthers are 4-2. For some reason, the Panthers always simulate very well. The Cardinals are also 0-6, which is interesting. The NFC North is very even. So is, to be fair, so is the NFC East, except for the Eagles just on top. It's a tight race in the NFC, except for the two really, really bad teams. Everybody else is pretty much in contention for a playoff spot. But that is a big time win, and I am going to end it there so I can go and get healthy, because I'm clearly not feeling good. So I apologize for you having to hear me cough through the ending commentary, but that's just the way that it is right now. Whew. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.